Here we go. Back from the break. And what that was given that it's April in good old Australia, Australia, mate, Australia, we are in the midst of celebrating the centenary of something very near and dear to so many of us, is Anzac Day coming up on the 25th of April 2015. And I spent quite a few years with a brass band, the City of Essendon Brass Band. So I did a lot of Anzac Day marches, I did a lot of things with rudimentary marching drumming. If you want to increase your chops on snare drum, join a drum line or join your local brass band. You'll also need reading chops and things like that. But what I do sometimes is take some of these rudiments and simply put them in unison with the hands and feet. So that's what I've, put it around the toms as well, you see. So you get that. For the blast beat kind of thing, what a blast beat is, for those who might not know what it is, let me take you all the way back to a normal rock beat, right? Now, if I take that hi-hat beat and then put the rate 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I have quavers on the hi-hat, but the rate is going to be minims. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 1. That's a half time. Normal rock beat is based on crotchets. 1 and 2 and 4, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay? Quavers is a cut time. Now that sounds country and western, doesn't it? That's more like it. And when you double it up to semi-quavers, in the good old days, that would be a polka. Roll out the barrel. Let's have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel. Oh, oh, oh. So when they hammer up. I don't know what I'm doing. Roll out the barrel. Death metal here to stay. I'm not making fun of it, I do like some of it. Some of the screeching is a bit much, but that is a form of a polka, except we're doing heavy metal polka. And then what you do is bring in the unisons. And you bring that in with your feet. What I like to do a lot is bring in my cymbals. Do you see? Just bring in things while the double bass drum is rolling underneath. And there's something about that. Now I went a bit off the planet with my little blast beat there, but I do really enjoy some of the stuff. I really do. I'm not taking the piss or anything. I am a bit of a heavy metal dude at heart. I grew up with Sabbath, Purple, Led Zepp, all the usuals, that kind of thing, and all the usual heroes, that kind of thing. Of course, when I was just growing up as a bub, it was all Beatles, pretty much. But what happened is as soon as I heard these things called drums, Ian Pace, John Bonham, I just wanted to do this. And then watching it through, if I'm talking about, some of the great bands of today, I'll mention Metallica, I'll mention Dream Theater, Mastodon, all of these bands, they're all terrific, I love them, sort of thing. It's really interesting because I talk a lot about classical music and some classical heroes and things like that. I often wish, my last show was about Shostakovich, and if there was a death metal drummer in the 1940s, Dmitri Shostakovich probably would have used him. His music was that heavy, as would have Stravinsky, most likely, and all of that. So I'm really into this kind of stuff. I suppose I like the heaviness of things, even if it's classical. Even if it's a string quartet, you can see the passion. I suppose that's what I'm after more than anything else. So that's a little bit of a thing on why. Why, Chris? Why do you like metal? Because it exists. It's one of the very few pieces of music or genres of music just at the minute that seems to be moving forward. Everything else seems to be sort of staid and ridiculous. I don't want to hear a love song in G with 4 chords, G, E minor, C and D7, just because someone got dumped by their RSVP date. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear a hit single being played again with 3 chords, sort of thing. Prog metal is something that I can really get my teeth into because so much of it has classical structure in it, whether the guys in the band know it or not. Anyway, that's my little diatribe. What I'm talking about is unison playing with both hands and feet. It doesn't have to be metal. Don't ever forget that the great Louis Bellson, the great jazz drummer, the god of drums, sort of thing. Brilliant, beautiful man, gentleman, sort of thing. He was the first with double bass drums back in the 40s. Maybe Shostakovich should have rung him up. Anyway. Bit messy, but that's the segment, so I'll see you a bit after the break.